My 16-month-old choked while we were out at a restaurant, and thankfully a lady came over, did the Heimlich, and she is okay, but I wanted to chat about it. While we were out, I decided to order chips and guac, and Remy was obsessed with the guac, and I'm so excited because we've been on an eating strike lately, so having her eat a new food is very exciting. She ate a bunch of it with me, and really she was just like licking the guac off of the chip. They were pretty thick chips, so I just figured she wasn't going to bite it. A little while later, she was sitting with one of my girlfriends and she bit off a huge chunk of the chip. And my friend did say, "Oh my God, she just bit off a chunk." And I just kept saying, "Remy, chew, chew, chew." She was chewing, and I honestly thought that she was getting it down. Everything was okay. I didn't want to like fish it out of her mouth frantically, so I was just letting her do her thing. I don't even know the time frame on this, but at what felt like a couple seconds later, she started kind of gagging, and at first I didn't react. I was like, she can get it out herself. Slowly, I started to realize that this is more than gagging. She was choking. How I knew she was choking versus gagging? Well, first off, her whole face started to turn a little bit red. There was a lot of saliva coming out of her mouth, which I also read as a sign, but I'm not quite sure. So I went over to where my friend was holding her. I picked her up, and automatically I just kind of, I don't know if I screamed, but I said very loudly, "Does anyone know the Heimlich?" What I remember, the server came over and went to go do the Heimlich in the adult version, and another lady came over and was like, "No, no, no, that's not how you do it on a baby." So she came through Remy over her leg and then did some back blows, and literally the chip came flying out. Remy was crying, I was shaking. It was a very emotional moment, and just I was so thankful for that lady to have jumped in and done the Heimlich the correct way. Once I got Remy back into my arms, she was visibly like just so upset and shaken up, as was I. A lot of people had messaged me when I posted on my story about it. I didn't use the life vac. I actually only keep the life vac in my kitchen at home, which is now something that I'm like, should I be bringing it out with me? I don't know. Crazy thing is, I am CPR certified. I have practiced so many times, read through things, done it all. And I thought I was prepared, and while I still might be, my first reaction when we were out was to ask for help. That made me sad that I wasn't the one to help my daughter. I talked to a bunch of my friends about it, and they were like, "Liv, if you were home alone and your daughter was choking, you would spring into action because that's your only option. But you knew you had other options there, so it was just the easier thing to do in a panicky situation." Friends were making fun of me one time because I wouldn't let her have goldfish because I'm like, "No, she's going to choke. Like, it's too scary." And now she chokes on a freaking tortilla chip at a restaurant. So moral of the story is that Remy is not eating any type of chip until she's literally in college. No, I'm just kidding. You may not react how you think you will in an emergency situation. I'm so thankful for that very nice lady who helped us with the Heimlich. We are going to be heading to one of my girlfriend's son's third birthday today, and it is a beautiful day to spend outside, so I'm excited. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday, and I will see you later. Bye.